Rivers State High Court sitting in Port Harcourt has fixed Thursday, October 2, 2025, for judgment in a suit challenging the removal of the chairman and members of the Rivers State Local Government Service Commission. The case was instituted by Reverend Goodlife Idoku Ben and 5 others who argued that their sack by the former sole administrator Ibok Ete Ebas retired was unlawful and without due process. The claimants, appointed by Governor Simlaye Fubara and confirmed by the Rivers State House of Assembly, maintained that their appointments were valid and could not be terminated by the sole administrator. The further contended that only the governor and the House had the authority to remove them from office, not an interim administrator acting on behalf of the state government. Justice Frank Oyiri, who presides over the matter, had earlier ordered that the status quo be maintained, restraining Ebas from inaugurating a new commission. After adjourning the matter on Monday for additional time, the court will now deliver its ruling on October 2. The defendants include the former sole administrator, the State Accountant General, Access Bank, Zenith Bank, and 11 others. Nze, I will start from you. What do you make of this story?
Yes, you know, in government, you have issues from time to time. And when such issues come, we expect that the court will have to come in, perhaps to give interpretation to what the law says concerning a particular matter. And in this case, we felt that at a point when the sole administrator removed the Local Government Service Commission, he shouldn't have done that, because according to them, they said they were appointed by the governor, the elected governor, and screened by the assembly. But I don't know whether if it was assembly under Martin Samuel or assembly under Edison here or Victor Okodjumbo. I don't know which of the assembly that screened them. But whichever way, I think court has fixed a date for hearing and perhaps delivering judgment on that. And everybody should keep their hands folded, waiting for the court declaration, because there are several things we don't know that the court may need to dig out in the course of their investigation. So until they give verdict on that, then we'll know where to stand.
All right, Chizi, what is your take on this story?
Yeah, like Eze did say, of course, firstly is to find out whether they were actually
the house that
the house
screened
firstly,
them.
The house that screened them, whether it was a
That would determine whether it was legal or illegal.
Whether it was a forum or assembly.
Oh,
because that's the first thing we need to know. And again, there's a twist to it. You know, like as they also did say, I like, you know, for courts to give judgment. Sometimes people may say this judgment is going to just be academic, but you know, even if whether it's academic or not, it's going to teach us something. You know, good to act impetus to our knowledge on how things should be done. But there's the other one is that, do you know now that Evans is out, and so is he coming as a person, or the governor will have to take over that because the governor is sitting now? You know, that's just so I mean,
to some extent, it has been overtaken by events.
You may see that on Tuesday, I mean on
Thursday,
right? Then on second, that you may see that play out. I'm not trying to preempt this court. You may see that play out to say, okay, now give back go back to the governor to ask him to come and answer to that. You know. But again, I would have wished, even though the court cannot stop now, I would have wished that all of these people withdraw so that the governor has a right, now he has an assembly, has a right to resubmit, he has a right to even dissolve those appointments and now bring forth a new appointment for our state. I think so.
Well, one would be wondering, at the position, I'm just interested, curious, more like I'm just curious to see how this is going to play out, because at the end of the day, one would say that this matter of emergency rule is before the Supreme Court, and no lower court will entertain matters relating remotely or otherwise to the emergency rule. Because now, if the rule that Ebas does not have the power, then they are saying that the judge, you know, by implication, has given judgment on the emergency rule, right? If he rules that Ebas has the power, it means that he has also given judgment on the emergency rule. So one would say to play safe, you just strike it out.
No, not really striking it out. See, there is technicalities to these things. And I believe that a good judge will see how he will maneuver his ways. Like looking at the sacking of the Local Government Service Commission, the judge might come from the angle that there was no reason for the sack. Not that the sacker does not have right to do so.
Now, if you say the sacker does not have the right to do so, one would say that the person that gave the judgment, that sacked at that point, had the right to do that.
No, what I'm saying is that in the context of that matter, that
it's not about who has right.
It's not about who has right or who does not have right. But the time of sacking does not require either
the question is
the man didn't get up to the requirement of the law to do that, or there was no reason for that. If there was no reason for that, and the man had gone ahead to do, which Ibas might not be willing to come back to Rivers State to answer cases.
Now, the question I want to ask is, the appointment of the Local Government Commission, Chizi, this goes to you. The appointment of the Local Government Commission, does it have a time frame? That it must be 4 years.
If you use the word must, every commission is appointed with a tenure. Every commission. But that does not stop the governor having found one or two things to dissolving them. It's not. The governor can change them, and but they have tenure. They serve a tenure. So, like what is they saying, that a court can, technically take on the tenure.
On the tenure.
Yes.
The governor can look on the basis of the sack, the reasons for the sack, and fault the reasons.
The reasons,
for the
not
sack.
whether the person has
right or not.
That's what we're saying.
That's a smart one.
Yes. Well, I hope has not seen, is not teaching, because sometimes you see this is it. They have a way of getting to the judges. Whether he's trying to suggest how the judge will technically do that.